what's up, Backyard Ninja Kid fam? We are here with the one, the only, Barclay. Thank you so much for joining us, Barclay. We're so excited to have you. To start off, how about you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, a little bit about your family maybe, whatever's near and dear to you.
Awesome. Well, I grew up with 5 siblings. I am the 5th of 6 total, and definitely probably the most athletic. There's a couple of us, like my older brother does marathons, and then some of my older sisters did softball growing up, but really my older brother and I were the ones that were always playing around and doing things, and I actually got put into gymnastics because I was always climbing on things, and my mom was worried that I was going to climb on something and eventually get hurt, so she'd rather put me in an environment that teaches me, you know, how to fall, or if I fell, I'd fall on mats. And so actually it was my oldest sister paid for my first month of gymnastics when I turned 12, which is really old to start gymnastics, but I just loved it and felt like home like the minute that I walked into the gym. So the next 6 years I trained, and I got to one of the highest competitive levels of gymnastics, and once I was done with gymnastics, I didn't really know what to do with myself. I tried parkour and trapeze, and I was trying all of the really extreme sports as similar to gymnastics as I could, and nothing quite fit the bill, and I'd get kind of bored, or I just wouldn't want to stick with it until I walked into a ninja gym, and everything changed. It was like my new gymnastics, and it was really cool because whenever I was done with gymnastics, I kind of thought my athletic career was over, but really it was just the segue into ninja, into my actual athletic career.
Yeah, very cool. Obviously, gymnastics can be done by adults, but outside of the athletic gymnastics realm, what else can you do, right? So very cool. Are you still there? Did we lose you?
Says I have 1 bar of Wi-Fi.
Oh man, yeah, that might be part of it being at a hotel. Use what we get, and we don't throw a fit. You're in Texas, but you went to the UNAA Nationals and crushed it. You got 2nd, I believe, right, out of the females?
Yeah.
And what overall? 10th or 9th? Or?
It was either 10th or 11th overall.
Wow, that is awesome, incredible, good work. There's Wolfpack coming up. Are there any other, tours or any other competitions you have scheduled on the schedule that you're working towards?
Well, right now I am working really hard with my company, which is Alpha Warrior. We're putting on an event coming up, which is kind of like a mix between OCR and Ninja.
Cool.
Which is coming up, I believe, in September. And it's like an OCR course. It has 30 plus obstacles that are like ninja obstacles, and there's no running between. It's maybe 20 steps between each obstacle.
Wow.
So pretty excited about that. That's kind of the big thing I'm working on right now, and I'm gonna try to do some NNLs because I wasn't able to compete in the National Ninja League qualifier that was this past weekend in Dallas because I kind of strained my bicep at the UNAA Finals. So
bummer.
We'll see what happens. Definitely, the NNL is a big priority on my list because I love competing in that league, and definitely want to make it to the finals at Ninja Quest next year. So
yeah, for sure. Okay, we got a question from Ben here.
Yeah, so what's your favorite part of the ninja community?
Of the ninja community?
Yeah.
Oh man, I would have to say it's the Lady Ninjas, because this group of women that I've met through Ninja Warrior have become my best friends, and just a tribe of athletes that it's cool because we can be taken out of a ninja warrior type setting and out of a gym, and we can go and do stuff together, and it doesn't have to be about athletics, but we just have grown to just love each other and become wonderful friends. So I would say definitely the relationships that I've built with all of the women, the men too, but it's just like definitely I've become I've gotten a lot of best friends out of other ninjas.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, you can definitely see just from, social media posts or, on TV, you can even see the tight-knit bond the women have. You can definitely tell that. So that's very cool to hear you say that that's a powerful part of your community. So that's awesome.
It is. Like, I know for a fact that I wouldn't have finished the course I was on at the UNAA Finals. I finished the course, got up the wall, and I give so much credit to Maggie Thorne because she was just cheering me on, and she wasn't just cheering me on, she was like yelling at me to go and like not to rest and to like believe in myself and to have confidence. And I had a moment where I made a mistake and like I mentally took myself out of the competition. I was like, okay, like I messed up, it's over. And it wasn't, like, because of her, the way that she was encouraging me but pushing me to my limits is what got me through the rest of that course. And so I'm extremely thankful for her.
Yeah. Oh, very cool. We got some super fan questions for you, but before we get to that, tell us a little bit about your super fans. On the show, American Ninja Warrior City Qualifiers, San Antonio. You had a huge posse of kids there. It was super cool to see, like, just their emotion, their excitement for you. Tell us a little bit about them and what they mean to you. And
so for the last 8.5 years, I've been a gymnastics coach, and it's been a huge part of my life and a huge part of my heart. And those girls just mean the world to me. Some of them I've known since they were, babies, and having them on the sideline, my gymnasts, like them being, because I get to be there for them as they're fulfilling their dreams and as they're going for their dreams, and I get to help them with it. And then for them to turn around and want to watch me fulfill my dreams is just beautiful, and it just means the world to have them there, and it makes me want to perform my absolute best. And all I want for them to see is that you should go for your dreams no matter what, and you have to put 100% in if you want to have a good outcome.
Yeah.
And so I really hope that they learn to follow their passions and be brave and work hard from looking up to me.
yeah, very cool. We have our first super fan question from Ninja Kid Nate. Jason's going to ask it.
Who is your American Ninja Warrior idol?
I would say my American Ninja Warrior idol is Brett Sims. And he has always been my absolute, just like, I look up to him so much because he is so strong, and he's not like a huge person, and so I kind of relate to him on that because I'm way smaller than him, but he's so dynamic, and his grip strength is incredible, and so I definitely want to be just like him.
Yeah.
He's absolutely incredible.
Awesome. So second question, super fan question from Jaden Cortez. Ben, what's that question?
What got you into American Ninja Warrior?
What got you into American Ninja Warrior?
Much like many of the women in American Ninja Warrior now, it was Katie Catanzaro, because before I saw her run, I didn't even know what American Ninja Warrior is. I don't really watch a lot of TV, so I was just completely unaware that there was even a show like like it, you know.
Yeah,
so
totally.
I mean, we're exactly the same height. If Casey and I stand back to back, you can't tell who's. And we're both gymnasts on the show. That it made me want to do it, but I didn't realize that it was actually an attainable goal because I didn't know that you can actually train for the show. You know,
Totally.
I didn't know that there were ninja gyms.
Yeah.
So it was actually about a year after Casey's history-making run that I found out there were gyms and walked into a gym for the first time, was able to get the salmon ladder on my first day. Then the next time I went in, I worked on the warped wall, and it took about 40 tries.
Yeah.
But I got it the first day I ever worked on it.
Nice.
And, that kind of convinced me. Like, I didn't realize that was a big deal for someone as small as me to get the warped wall. Like, I knew it was really hard, but I didn't realize it had only ever been done one time before.
Yeah.
So once it was Sam Sand, he told me, like, you're only the second woman ever to get my warped wall in my gym at the time. And I was like, oh, wow, like, I guess I should actually start training for this. It seems like I'm kind of good at it.
Yeah, totally.
So up until then, I had played around in the gym maybe twice. And then at that point, I was like, you know what, I'm going to train and I'm going to compete in these local competitions. But my end goal was never the show. So it's actually kind of funny how this is all played out.
Yeah. Well, when you're just a superstar, they just will push you onto the show. Okay, so another quick question here from Fine DeAndre. Speaking of height, how do you deal with people telling you that you're not good because of your height? Or do people even tell you that?
So I don't really get that very often.
Good.
Sometimes, usually, if people think that, they keep it to themselves.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll look at an obstacle and I'll wonder if I'll be able to do it, to be honest, like, because I don't know if, like, my arm span will be long enough. Usually I can do it, I just have to do it differently.
Yep.
Now, when you have different skill sets and, a different body type, it doesn't mean that you can't do the obstacle. It just means you have to find a unique way of doing it that fits your body and fits your skill set.
Yes.
So,
amen. I like it.
yeah. So for me, I have to make up for my height with power and dynamic movement, So I do a lot of, like, clapping pull-ups, and I do, when I need to work on power for my legs, I do box jumps. I don't do, like, squats and, like, stuff where I'm not jumping high, because what I need is power and dynamic movement. So I try to do a lot of that, especially in rock climbing. I like to do dynos. And,
yes.
But that's definitely the secret. The secret, if you're short, is you have to be dynamic.
Dynamic. Got it. That is a huge tip. I'm 5'7". I've always been on the small percentage. My kids, we're not expecting giants by any means. So it's awesome. I think it hits many people too, because I think kids of all ages, right, when they're younger, they're shorter, and that they need to hear this message that it doesn't matter. It's all about your dynamic ability, your power, your strength for your body type. Yeah.
I haven't met an obstacle yet that I can't overcome because of my height. There's a way around it.
Totally. That's awesome to hear. In fact, there's, if you're big and you're heavy, right? Grant McCarty's like 190 pounds. He has other, disadvantages because he weighs a lot more. Yeah. So, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, final superfan question. Jason has it. It's from Anthony Jordan 11.
How long do you train every day?
That varies because sometimes I'll go to the gym and I kind of lose track of time and I'll be there for like 7 hours. And that's usually whenever I really hurt the next day.
Yeah.
And then other times, I would say I go in, I'm there for like 3 hours. But a lot of the time, I won't actually make it into a gym because I live an hour from my rock climbing gym, and I live an hour from Iron Sports in Houston.
Okay. Yep.
So I don't always make it in, but I try to do something active every day. Usually, if I don't make it to a gym, I don't get a 3-hour workout in. I'll go longboarding, or I'll go on a jog, which I really don't like, but I'm trying to do it now because one of my weaknesses is definitely cardio. But I'll hang from my door frame. I'll do yoga. I have a pretty random workout schedule, but rock climbing is definitely one of my favorite things to do, and I'd say I do it 2 to 3 times a week, and I try to get at least 2 or 3 hours in per session.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, I loved what you touched on there about, you're a long ways away from the gyms, but that doesn't stop you. You can do stuff at home. You can do stuff at parks, and that's one message we've been trying to tell kids that watch our channel and follow us is like, you don't need to have a ninja gym. If you do, great, right? But and I even asked on an Ask American Ninja Warrior a while back, Ethan Swanson answered the question, and I said, what would you tell kids that don't have a ninja gym close by? And he said, well, a few years back, no one had a ninja gym close by, right? I mean, and I think that's just a message more kids need to hear, where that doesn't stop you. Keep pushing. Use what you have available to you, and make it happen if that's what you want. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Everything. I mean, some of the best ninjas don't actually have ninja gyms.
Yep.
Just last night, Rebecca Bonilla was saying, she has to only like once a week go and train at a ninja gym, and the rest of the week she has to make do with, playgrounds or trail running, and she did really well.
Yeah.
So definitely, you can be creative and resourceful and get in a good workout for sure.
Totally. Awesome. Okay, Ben, question?
Yeah, so who do you train with?
Who do I train with? Well, so for my job, I get to travel all over the United States pretty frequently. So I train with everybody, which is amazing because then I learn skills and tricks. I just mixed up like so many words at the same time. Skills and tricks and tips, all just for one word. But I get to learn a lot of different techniques. So whenever I go to the Northeast, I like to train with Jessie Labreck and Alyssa Beard and like Michael Torres and all them. And then if I'm like in Atlanta with Ryan Stratus and Grace Sims and Brett, and if I'm on the West Coast, I like to train with Anna Shoemaker. Or if I'm like, I was just in Colorado, I was training with Jerry Dorelio, who was in the Denver region. So I don't really have a steady training partner just because I bounce all over the place constantly. But I like it that way because I get to learn so much more by training with people that are better than me. Totally.
Oh, that's awesome. So final training question. So just like your gymnastics background, you touched on this a little bit, but American Ninja Warrior is also a huge power to strength ratio. What are some other tips that you have to, utilize or work out the power to strength ratio?
So it depends. It all depends on where you're starting from. If you don't have a background in athletics or gymnastics, then I would say you have to start small.
Great point.
Start small. You have to. There are progressions for everybody. Everyone starts in a different spot. So if you want to get to where you can do clapping pull-ups or a muscle-up, you need to start with regular pull-ups. And if you can't do those, Jesse Graff just posted a great tutorial on how to build up enough strength to get to pull-up. So you can put some weight on a chair and do pull-ups, and then eventually you're not going to need that chair.
Totally.
But for, clapping pull-up, you want to be able to pull up, release bar, clap, catch the bar again, and come down. And what that does is it really helps build up a lot of explosiveness. It's one of my favorite things. Or I'll set up a bar above, I'll have 2 bars, and I'll hop onto the next one.
Awesome.
And that's building endurance and strength.
Yeah. Explosive
endurance
power.
and power.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. So, because explosive power, I really need to work on the endurance because I have great explosive power, but it only lasts for so long.
Sure.
But it's really important if you get in, if you say you lose, you're starting to lose your grip with one hand, being able to quickly lift that other hand up and regain. It's just so important for saves, efficiency. So it's my favorite thing to work on too because it's really fun to fly through the air, and I get bored with regular exercise, and that's another reason why I love training obstacles is it's never boring.
Totally.
So many people think of exercise as something they have to do, and they get discouraged, and it's just not enjoyable.
Yeah.
So my number one tip to people who want to get in shape is find something that makes you happy and that you can't wait to go do again. Because you're going to get fit, you're going to get healthy, and you're going to enjoy yourself while you're doing it.
Totally. Absolutely. Very cool. Well, that's all the questions we have. We will leave links down below, so how you can connect with Barclay, follow her on Twitter and Instagram. She posts amazing photos and videos. I dare you to try to keep up with her on those. Barclay, is there anything else you want to leave us with, or final words, or a little shout out you want to give, or anything?
I just wanted to thank you guys for having me on, and make sure everybody get out there, find something that you enjoy doing, whether it's rock climbing or trapeze or soccer, whatever it is, it should make you happy, and make goals. Because if you have goals, you're much more likely to hit up the gym, hit up, the batting cage, whatever it is. If you set a goal, it can be a weekly goal, a monthly goal. You can set a goal that will take months to get to. But I would say make sure you set attainable goals that are a little bit more short term, that progressively get harder, and then you'll be really proud of yourself once you reach them.
Yes, totally. We're going to go make some short-term and long-term goals right now.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much, Barclay. We won't take any more of your time, but thank you again. We can't thank you enough. We'll be cheering on the sideline or through the TV or YouTube or wherever we see you. We wish you the best, and thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you.